Okay.
Yeah.
So, did you, so obviously you had some con staff from Nightmare Nights. How much of your staff roughly was made up of Nightmare Nights?
That's hard to say completely.
Let's see, Element of Smash was the second in command for
Yeah.
vendors at Nightmare Nights. He's our vendor lead.
What's his name? Sorry, do you want to say that again?
Element of Smash.
Element of Smash, yeah.
Yeah, he was our vendor lead this year. Chris and Chen worked security, or what did they call him for Nightmare Nights?
The Royal Guard, probably?
Royal, I
Yeah.
think they called him Royal
Probably,
Guard.
they call themselves Royal Guard. Yeah.
He was security for them, and he was highly recommended by Feather Props
Yeah.
as well. And he's done an excellent job.
Yeah, you know, when it came to staff heads, we knew we were unexperienced as chairs, and we needed to have a very strong leadership to guide us. Getting people like Chris and Chen and Element Smash, especially for something like vendors and security, it's like, you don't just throw somebody, say, oh, I trust this guy, he'll do a good job. You get somebody like, they've done it before,
Yeah.
and they're highly recommended.
Same thing with our VIP relations, Brad.
Yeah.
He unfortunately couldn't make it this weekend due to extenuating circumstances, but he's done work for EQLA and came highly recommended by the chair of that convention.
Yeah, it's kind of funny how we came across him though.
Oh yeah, it's because he was part of a previous attempt at a HarmonyCon.
Well, it was a YouTube channel. It wasn't a con. It was supposed to be like an interview channel.
No, they were actually.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, they were trying to do an actual convention.
Oh,
except because EQLA had supposedly been canceled that year.
Oh, I see.
And so they were starting up a HarmonyCon there.
Yeah. But we didn't even know that existed until we thought, hey, HarmonyCon might be a good name. And then we Googled HarmonyCon just to be sure for some reason. And that popped up. And through that, I think somebody found
Yeah, it was Chris and Chen that contacted them. And we're like, hey, is it cool if we call ourselves HarmonyCon?
And it turns out he's like, you know, a well-established VIP art lead, like,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. Okay. So, was there anything you guys think you could have improved on, maybe? Or was there anything you guys think you did well? And was there anything you think you improved on from Nightmare Nights' formula? Any sort of areas you try to avoid that Nightmare Nights may have made mistakes in?
Well, I think the area that I feel we did a very good job, well, two areas we did a very good job with are the musical talents. Given, you know, first year con and, you know, what we were looking at, we had an enormous pool of talent and we did an excellent job of making sure that they were able to come without, you know, ruining our budget for other things.
Right.
As well as our response to the incident on the first night, which obviously was a stressful, difficult time regardless, but in terms of how it could have gone, I think we handled it as well as could be expected and made sure that people still felt safe and got a timely response as soon as we had information.
Yeah.
The area I felt we could use the most improvement on was our charity auction, which was somewhat unorganized at the beginning. Just something we should make a little bit better.
There were a few incidents like that throughout the con, but we pulled it together within like an hour generally.
Yeah.
Maybe a little more. Just things like, hey, you know, probably should have trained and planned on this a little bit more earlier, like maybe even before the con. But because we had so much experienced staff helping us, we managed to just kind of put it together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Was there anything you did differently to Nightmare Nights and why?
Well, just, you know, every con has their specialties, kind of, just based on who they know in the community, everybody who runs it. I have pretty deep-rooted connections with a lot of musicians in the fandom, and I think that's how we initially got this started, just because I knew how to contact a bunch of people. And Luckrock did amazing helping us put it together at the end. And originally I was going to plan the concert, he did it. I was like, yeah, you should do it.
I think they learned a bit better with delegation.
What I'm trying to say is, I think I've always wanted a little bit more horse music put into the concerts at Nightmare Nights. I'm not saying their concerts were bad, just maybe the genre, basically.
Yeah.
I always had a good time there. Just wanted to put a lot more into the concert, and I think in our circumstance where we're trying to be budget friendly, we couldn't get too many VIPs. I just had the connection, and I was like, you know what? If we were going to try to specialize in something for our con, I think music is going to be a good avenue for that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, maybe I think our concert was better than Nightmare Nights, but it's like, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I noticed as well the layout was somewhat different than Nightmare Nights.
Yes.
Why was that?
Because we had probably a third of the attendance numbers at Nightmare Nights. So having all of the event days that Nightmare Nights did just wouldn't have made sense for us. It would have felt more empty, and we just wouldn't have had the programming to fill it all. So more about basing it on our projected attendance.
So that was why you moved the vendor hall into the
that was always
in our experience.
Oh, okay.
Not always.
Well,
most years the vendor hall was in the same location.
Oh, okay.
One year when they had it split in two.
Yeah. They had like an artist alley, and then they had like a vendor hall. It was just a different set.
We actually followed their layout in terms of the main hall with main events and then Trinity, and then the vendor hall.
The differences of our layout, the only differences were we didn't have any rooms downstairs, and we had these 3 rooms in the back area.
Yeah. Okay, why did you do that? Why did you choose those 3 in the back area rather than down the front?
They are smaller rooms.
Yes.
The idea, and the hotel kind of agreed that if it's on the same level, it might benefit the attendees. But it was also a matter of we can deal with the smaller rooms because we know we're not going to have the same attendance as a bigger con.
It's just closer, basically.
And it's contractually better for us. It just turned out better. It was a better deal, basically.
Yeah.
And I think it worked out pretty well, as far as I know. I haven't gotten any negative feedback on it.
On the second floor also just helped us monitor it better.
It was easier to monitor and just kind of do rounds in a circle.
Yeah.
It was definitely helpful.
Especially after the incident on Friday night.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because then we had to go through and make sure everything was okay, nothing was damaged.
I think we had Oak split into 3 rooms instead of what they originally had as 2.
Yeah.
But it's like, once again, smaller panel rooms, smaller attendance. So
Okay. How much did you make in charity money in the end?
Just over 7,000?
7,500.
7,500.
3,500. Okay.
Yeah, actually it's probably
Close
closer
to
to 7,600
Really?
since Purple just brought us a bit
Yeah.
more.
Yeah.
Upwards of 7,500.
Yeah.
Around
Okay.
there.
Ticket-wise, how many people had normal tickets and how many had the VIP? The sponsor tickets.
That was actually something that surprised me.
Yeah, we sold a lot of show ponies.
Yeah, like
The
the
first tier
sponsor.
sponsors,
Yes.
$100 tiers.
I mean, we anticipated, or we wanted to cap our highest tier at 6 based on the number of show guests we would have.
We didn't
and
want
a good ratio.
when we have a special event like the VIP dinner, we don't want there to be too many attendees there compared to the show guests, because if they're paying that much, we want to ensure they have a more intimate
Yes,
event
yes.
with them.
It's all about the balance.
We sold a lot of show ponies, which was mostly just you get a T-shirt and a pin included, and you're supposed to get priority access to the big main events, which really all that matters because the other events were so small. But that was very popular, and I think people just wanted to ensure they got their shirt for the first con. And
How many did you end up selling?
Around 70 or 80.
I was gonna say 72, probably close to 70.
Okay.
I think it was like 70 of the regular sponsors, and then there were 7 lead singers and 6 top tier. So it was actually probably around 80.
Yeah.
Okay. Were there any other major ticket types?
There was the show pony, there was the lead singer, and then there's the producer.
Okay. How much did those two?
100, 250, 500.
Okay. Top favorite ponies?
Oh, Rainbow Dash.
55.
Worst ponies?
Oh.
Rainbow Dash.
Bite me.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, I didn't say worst pony. Oh no, though. I mean, no. Worst pony? I mean, I'll just go with Blue Blood because that's easy.
Yeah.
Sucks.
Black Century.
Yeah.
Favorite episodes?
Sonic Ramboon, first one I saw.
Well, obviously it changes every season, but
OG season 1.
Probably the one where Apple Bloom is figuring out what she's gonna do now. The other Crusaders have, they all have their beauty marks, and Apple Bloom's like, "Go doing that song, especially out on my own."
Yeah.
That one
That's a good
was
song.
very
That's
beautiful.
Yeah, that was very nice. The funniest thing you've seen in the fandom and the cringiest thing.
Oh boy.
Probably both combined was at HarmonyCon 2016 when they did a burlesque show there.
Yes.
And at the end of which, Emma Larson walked up to the front of the stage and signed Ingrid Nilsson's posterior.
How about that?
That was interesting.
Interesting. Oh.
Knowing Emma Larson, he'd probably discussed it with her beforehand. They've probably done the whole thing as a joke.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure they're just wild.
Yeah.
You know.
As for
Joke
you?
around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me, it's hard to say. I mean, I've seen the cringe compilations, but you're asking me what I've seen in person, so.
Yeah.
Oh. I really don't know. Like, I've seen some crazy stuff on the internet, but you can't avoid it in
No.
8 years. So it's like all these 8 years of horse is just kind of jumbling together in my head, and it's hard to pick something out.
Okay.
I really have an answer.
Okay. Maybe this interview, perhaps.
Yeah.
With,
This
with,
interview?
yeah, with me.
This interview?
Yeah. Me
Well,
and my outfit.
Well.
I mean, I am cringe.
I've seen cringier than that.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Like, this is a Hunter S. Thompson cosplay, you know. Anyway, so final thing before we go very quickly. Do you have any advice for anyone who wants to start a convention, and do you just have any messages for the readers out there at Horse News?
Don't do it.
That's the one we've heard all the time.
Yeah.
But to be a little more, if you're crazy enough to try it, establish a strong backup of leadership first. People
Network.
who can make it happen. Obviously, financial is like the other big one.
You gotta be realistic.
Yeah.
You gotta think it through. What are you really gonna expect in terms of attendance based on other conventions, other first-year conventions especially, where your area is, what time of year it is, and just how effectively you can advertise your convention. You gotta be reasonable with what you can feel like you're gonna achieve in terms of how many show guests you'll make it, or what sort of costs you can sort of cover for staff or things like that that are more like stretch goals.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So final thing, do you have anything you want to say to Horse News readers? Anything in particular?
Fun?
Anything in
Thanks for the
particular you want to
interview,
say?
I don't know. Keep going to cons. You know, I don't think the fandom's dying. Just
Nah.
keep enjoying the horse cons and be on the lookout to see if we have a year two.
Yes. Okie
Thank
dokie.
you very much.
Thank you very much for your time, guys. Much appreciated.
Thanks a lot.